Every 2 weeks, we sit down with Max Domi of the Montreal Canadiens, and we're doing it again here in Chicago as part of NHL Media Day.
He's dressed a little sharper this time around, though.
Yeah,
He was wearing
a little
the Jordan
sharper.
shirt.
Come on, I got no J's on this
Yeah, I
time.
know.
A little sharper. This your first go-around on Media
No,
Day?
I think this is third or fourth. Maybe.
Oh, you're a veteran of the game.
I don't know about that, but yeah,
Wow.
I've been here a couple times.
Man, the way you're talking, the way you deal with the media, the way you communicate, Mikhail's got a point. Like you
I
talk like a
appreciate that.
dude
Thank you.
who's now your old man could also talk to the media too. He was very good.
Yeah.
But you have a comfort level with this. Why is that?
I don't know, man. I enjoy doing it. Obviously, it's been exposed to it. Like you said, my old man played in the league for a long time, and he voices himself in a lot of ways. But it's all about, just being yourself and having fun with it. And obviously, you get to hang out with cool dudes like you, so I can't complain.
If you
Where?
if you see cool dudes show up, please let me know.
Last time you
you
were on with us, though, you were talking about your love for Montreal, and
Yep.
the clip went viral.
It did.
And it went viral in Quebec, and there's a lot of fans. Were you surprised at the reaction that saying you love playing in Montreal got?
Yeah, I guess. I'm glad it got some hits for you guys, but
We'll take it, yes.
to be honest, it's just how I feel. It's genuine, and
Right.
I'm not going to talk about it too much because that's kind of like the summer aspect, and I don't mind having some fun with stuff like that. But it's
Right.
just how I feel, and as far as I'm concerned, I play for the Montreal Canadiens, so why would I feel any different?
Right.
But
But
just
what
getting
I
ready for
mean
the
by
year.
that is the fan base gravitated towards it.
Yeah.
And they liked that someone said, I want to be here. Does that make you feel special about that first year there? And
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, I think every guy feels the same way about it. You can't not feel that way when you walk in that locker room or when you step on the ice at the Bell Center. It's just as simple as that. But we all are very honored to be able to wear that jersey, and we enjoy every second of it. And that's all that really needs to be said. It's a huge privilege, and I feel very lucky to play for them.
Right.
So not only did you come in a few weeks ago and talk to us, then you go to BioSteel
Yep.
and turn heel on all of Leaf Nation, basically, by saying that the vibe in Montreal is way better than Toronto. That also got some run. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I was busy training and stuff, but I had a couple
You
buddies.
see
I had
some
a couple
clicks.
buddies share it with me, and you know what? At the end of the day, I was just talking facts, and it is what it is. I don't want to upset anyone, obviously, but again, I play for the Montreal Canadiens, and I represent that team and that franchise, and I wasn't trying to make anyone feel bad about themselves or whatever, but hey, facts are facts.
Right. So when you guys take that next step and you start playing consistent playoff games
Yep.
and maybe even make runs, can you imagine what that building will be? Sid and I have talked about it in the past. There's no one who puts on a show the way Montreal
Yeah,
does.
for sure.
And we are both born and bred Toronto boys. Just unbelievable what they do and the electricity in
Mm-hmm.
that building. Do you kind of allow yourself to feel what it would be like if you guys can kind of make that extended run?
All the time. I'd be lying to you if I didn't watch YouTube videos of playoff games and goals in the playoffs. I haven't played a playoff game in my NHL career yet, unfortunately, but hopefully we can change that this year. And we know we took some steps in the right direction. We still got some more to go. We've got a special group of guys, and obviously we got the best goaltender in the league, and I'd love to see him go to work once you get into the playoffs. So first things first, though, we got to just get to training camp and get the season going, and the rest will take care of itself.
Having sat in that building for the start of a playoff game.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a top 5 thing I have experienced in this country.
Yeah.
It's,
For sure.
it's before the puck was dropped, the vibe in La Belle Provence. When you look at the division you're in, let's start there going into the year. What do you? And I'm not looking for a gotcha quote or something else to go viral. I want your honest opinion.
Yeah, of
when
course.
you look at what else is going on, Leafs have some contractual things they got to figure out. What do you make of your division right now?
Yeah, probably it's up there. The NHL is the NHL. Every division's good, right? But there's a lot of firepower. First of all, you look at Tampa. We know how good they are. Florida made some serious moves this summer. They're going to be good. Buffalo's only getting older. They got some elite talent there. Obviously, like you said, Toronto's going to be a good team. And the list really goes on. Ottawa's making some steps forward. So everyone's getting better, and we think the same thing, right? So, again, we're not really focused on other teams. We do realize that they're good hockey teams, and there's good hockey players in those teams, but it's the NHL. That's what you expect. There's no easy games. There's no bad teams.
But considering the playoff format in this league currently,
Yeah.
do you kind of have to focus on other teams a little bit more than in, say, a 1-8 normal seeding
Well,
conference?
those games are obviously bigger.
Yeah.
When you look at the schedule, every game's big, but when you think about it, like, okay, like we're playing against the Leafs tonight, or we're playing against the Sabres or Ottawa, like those are some pretty heated rivalries, which are fun games to play in. And just the fact that it's so competitive and close just makes it that much more exciting. So I think it's great. The whole format, I know there's been questions about that, but that's way above my pay grade.
What do you think of it?
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm not going to say anything that's going to change it, but I'm sure people are working on figuring something out, but I'm okay with it, I guess.
Beat the team in front of you.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Win as many hockey games as you can. Win every game. That's the goal, right? So that's our job, and that's all we're really focused on.
The Habs guy didn't mean to leave out the Bruins in that, did he?
Oh, no, sorry. Obviously Boston, too.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are a great hockey team, too, and it's unbelievable. I mean, the depth they have, and up front and the back end with some younger guys coming in, too. So every team in our division is great, and those games are, like I said, my personal favorite games to play, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, those rivalry games are special. You've got some good players. You already mentioned Carey Price. You also have one of the best captains in the game. Do you guys feel a pressure, you being one of the younger guys on that team, to make sure that you take advantage of the prime of two really good players like Shea Weber and Carey Price?
Well, I mean, we talked about it before, right? Like just the presence of Webby and how he handles himself and how he in all assets of life, right? But you don't really have to think about it. You just learn. I mean, you're literally in the room. You're with them all the time. You're traveling on the plane with them, and you're going to battle with them every night, and you see them practice and all that stuff. So you can't not pay attention to it. And like I said, those two guys are the classiest, hardest working guys I know, and I wouldn't want two other guys to lead our team in a better way. And like I said, we're all very lucky to have those two to learn from on a daily basis.
Do you feel pressure to perform for them, though?
No. I mean, again, I wouldn't really look at it that way, to be honest. I mean, they lead by example, and they bring out the best in their teammates, and I think that's what the best leaders do.
Right.
Kotkaniemi, despite the pedigree as a prospect, blew people away last year with kind of what he did and the role he kind of carved out for himself. From your angle, what was your first impression of the kid compared to what you thought of him at the end of the year?
I think he's like one of the youngest players to like maybe even ever play in the NHL or something like that. His birthday is like really late, whatever. But he's a great kid, absolutely hilarious. He couldn't speak any English, and now he speaks almost perfect English. He's awesome, super talented, and he's got a very, very bright future. And I mean, his ceiling is just like you can't even put into words how much potential he has, and he's going to exceed all those expectations. He's incredible, and he's a great kid too.
Is it the IQ? Because when I watch him, he does things that I don't see at all.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of everything, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just a one-trick pony, right? Like, I mean, he's a shooter. He can make plays. He moves around the ice. He's a big body. Obviously, most people are concerned about younger players, and myself included, defensive stuff, and that'll get easier and easier and easier. And the other tough thing is face-offs. And at the start of the year, he struggled. I remember in practice, I was like, ooh, I'm a winger, and I can beat this guy in face-offs. And then by Christmas, I couldn't beat him in practice. So he's getting better at a very, very high rate, and we're very lucky to have him, too.
Right.
You, a couple of points away from a playoff spot a year ago?
I think we were 2 points out,
You still haven't been in the postseason, finally. Just the drive to go that extra mile, is that the motivating factor this season for you, or is there something else I may be missing?
I think as a team, right? I mean, we haven't made the playoffs in a couple of years now, and that fan base is hungry for that, and they're so used to it that you can't keep that kind of ball rolling in the wrong way. And, I mean, we touched on it earlier. We got the leadership group, coaching staff, management that are all, I mean, we're all in this together, right? We want to make the playoffs. We want to win. And that's all that matters. So, like I said, training camps around the corner. Start there and go from there. But I believe in our group, and we all believe in each other. So it should be a fun year.
Awesome. I think we'll let you off the every 2 week span. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll see you next summer.
Maybe next summer.
You have like 80-something games coming up, so we'll give you a break.
Although if you guys make a run, remember us. Maybe we'll have you on Habs Nation. Tune into Tim and Sid.
Whenever you want me, I got you.
Thanks, Max. Appreciate it, man.
Cool. Great to see you, boys.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Max Domi, Montreal Canadiens.